Hello and welcome to Roosevelt Rebel with your host, Tisa Rebel Beltran. It is Thursday, and I feel like because of finals and a lot of stuff going on in my life, I have been posting less on here. But guess what? Summer is coming, so I will be having a summer break. I'm taking the semester off because there's a lot of things going on in my family and that need to be more focused on for right now. It's just summer classes, so I'm going to be okay. But today's episode is going to be about abuse because this Johnny Depp trial, man, if you've seen any of it, this woman is evil. And recording him to show that he's the crazy one when he's been pushed to the fucking, oh man. Yeah. So I want to talk about making women accountable, female toxicity, because it is there. Feminine toxicity. It is definitely there. I have dated females because they were more feminine than I, that, it just got looked away because, she must have had a reason. Nah. No. Some women are just narcissistic. Some women are just abusive. Some women just are not cool. So the reasoning that, I bring this up is because of this trial and because I've been in situations where, the cops were called and on me, for one, because the person I was with said that I was drunk. That I came home from the bar and that I was drunk and I was being mean. And I was like, what? Like, people lie to cops. And I was never, ever have I ever been involved in any cops before. I've stayed away as much as possible because, for one, I'm queer as fuck. And in the 90s and early 2000s, it was not easy for us. Still isn't, but it's a lot easier. And so anytime, if somebody was younger than me and they were interested in me, I would be checking IDs because I had that happen to me before where the person lied to me about their age and they walked in and was like, I'm 18. I just got a tattoo. And I was like, I thought you already were 18. And she's like, no, I had to lie to get what I wanted. So yeah, some women out there are not cool and don't give a shit and only care about what they want. So, when the cops were called on me because the person said I was crazy and being mean to them or what the fuck ever she said, the cops basically were like, well, one of you just needs to move out. I was like, I didn't even do anything. Like, I did not come home from the bar drunk. I said last night I was buzzing, but I wrote her a love song and I played it for her when she came home from wherever the fuck she was. Yeah. Horrible situation. Like, there's so much trauma that I think back on and I'm like, what in the fuck did I go through? And, and then you mention it to people and they're like, oh, whatever. Or you talk about it and you're like, wow, what the fuck did I just go through? Like, I talk out loud about it and I'm like, what the hell? Because, you don't really think about the things when you're in the situation because you're kind of like stunned. You're trying to figure things out. And it's pretty shitty, or you just really love the person, or at least you think that you love them, and they fuck you up in the head. And women do this a lot, and it's not cool that, men are the only ones that are blamed for this, and they are supposed to take accountability, but women who are this way need to take accountability too. So what happened with the cops? They didn't do anything. They didn't do anything at all. That person was always intimidating me. She had her two friends come over because she said that I was fucking doing whatever to her, and I was not doing anything to her. So she had her two friends come over to protect her while she fucking lied fucking about me, saying that I was abusive, and I am the far from abusive person. I am the person that is cannot fathom ever hurting somebody, and I've never raised a hand to anybody to fight or do anything. Like, it was ridiculous. So I was put in the intimidating spot, and I was frightened because I didn't know what she would do, because she was already lying to the cops, lying to her friends, probably lying to everybody, lying to her family. I'm very sure of it, but I didn't do anything to this woman. She was just honestly, she was diagnosed with bipolar, but with the things that were going on, if I took this to a psychiatrist and had them read over everything that happened, she definitely had borderline personality disorder, and we definitely talked about her possibly having it. And she was supposed to go to a therapist like numerous times, but of course, the appointment fell through. Like 3 or 4 times the appointment fell through. This is starting to be ridiculous. You just don't want to take fucking accountability for your mental health and the way that you're treating everybody, because it wasn't only me she was doing it to. She was also doing it to another person. And then I come to find out that she was lying, and she was dating the other person when we met the first time. Well, at least the girl thinks that they were together. I have no idea. But like, it was just crazy, like crazy. And I was intimidated. She intimidated me, and I stayed in the fucking office that night, slept on the floor. I was frightened for my life because I didn't know what this woman would do. After she had moved out, weird shit was happening in my apartment. I was the only one with the key besides the maintenance, and I was like calling maintenance and being like, is people coming in when I'm at work, or anybody coming through? And they're like, no. So I swear she made a copy of the key and fucking was coming into the house because it smelled like perfume when I'd get home from work, and I'd be like, what the fuck? Because she got off earlier than I. So I'm very sure, and her friends lived on my side of town-ish, so I'm pretty sure she was probably fucking stepping in and checking in, because she fucking would show up at the apartment on her own. It was just some scary shit, but you know what? The cops didn't do anything about it. Nothing at all, because we were 2 women. And I don't even think like most people know about this, and it's just, why talk about it when, this was years ago. So it's just fucking, it was frightening. And then you date people who are narcissists, and they're mentally abusive, and they take no accountability for what they've done to you. And these women need to take accountability for it. And this case just shows it. Poor Johnny Depp, you guys. Like, who would have thought we would be saying that? I'm just like, now I'm flustered from discussing my past, and I shouldn't be ashamed of it. I'm not ashamed of it. I want other people to know that fuck, women are just as bad as men when it comes to abuse. And toxic femininity definitely fucking is there, man. It is there. Especially all the women that are abusive mentally, emotionally. It doesn't even have to be physically. There's the women that get away with it because, oh, it's just another female. And you know how many people have heard that in their lifetime? And it's shitty, because men are abused by women. I know very many men that the mother of their children, are abusive, and because they're the female, they are toxic as fuck. And and because in history there's been, deadbeat dads, but like, dude, there is a limitation of what power a female should possess. And a lot of fathers, a lot of men don't do anything about it, because they know that if they said anything, nothing will be done, because it always sides with the female side. And I am a feminist. I believe in equality. But you know what? When it comes down to fucking bullshit like this, there should be equality there, right? Women should be held accountable. Accountability is so much in every relationship, in life itself, period. It's just so frustrating. And just to watch him nervously sitting there being fucking taken down these roads of remembering all this stuff. Dude, like talking about these things that happened to me 5 years ago or just 3 years ago, or just 2 years ago, how many years, is talking about it brings up all of these emotions and feelings where you just get frustrated. You could go to all the therapy you want in the fucking world, but some feelings can come back. They will linger. You're just gonna fucking show up one day and be like, hello, this is what happened. Remember this memory? Like, you could get all the therapy in the world and focus and, move on and whatever, but there's still the abuse is going to be there. The after effects of abuse are always going to be there. And it's shitty. And it's shitty. Like, it shouldn't be that way. And these accountability needs to be happening. And I really hope that this case is in favor of him, because she is, oh man, she's mirroring him. One day he's wearing this suit. The next day she's wearing the female version of that suit. She's a fucking female. Evil female. All right, I'm going to take a break because I need to calm down. Listen to this ad. Thank you. All right, I'm back. Welcome back, everybody. So, just a couple of things. Amber Heard admitted to hitting Johnny Depp. An audio recording is played for the courtroom. They showed fucking photos of Johnny Depp passed out from cocaine, possibly using cocaine photographs. And, like, I'm sure you've heard about the poop in the bed after a fight. Like, I believe him. Like, I'm not gonna fucking lie, I believe him. And just the videos that they have, like, she had it out for him. She's not cool. Like, once a wife beater, always a wife beater. So his exes and other people have fucking testified and said that he has never raised a hand whatsoever to them. This chick, she's just bad news, you guys. And I don't want to go too long on it because I just wanted to bring it up and discuss it because it does need to be addressed, because a lot of people need to fucking understand that this shit does happen. Women are abusers. And like in the fucking 80s or 90s, there was a fucking Hallmark movie or whatever movie, Lifetime movie, that's what it was back in the day. And that was about the woman that was beating the shit out of the husband. Like, this shit does happen and it's overlooked a lot, and that sucks for a lot of people. And it sucks for people who are just trying to live their lives. Like, complete honesty here. It was really hard to get out of that relationship. The one that called the cops on me, and she was abusive and going in, like, I swear she was going into the house when I was not there. Like, things were moved around and I was barely there because I was working a lot. And so I know I even confronted her and she was like, no, I didn't do that. And then she eventually fucking, like, got me to move back into another apartment with her. Like, abuse is so crazy. Like, but at one point you need to step back out of yourself and, like, you could be with a person and know you're being abused, but you just feel like you can't leave. Like, I've discussed it before and had conversations before with people on Facebook because they've asked questions about it. And like, why didn't she just leave? Why didn't this? I'm like, well, because you kind of feel like you have to. Like, especially with the fucking Will Smith fucking standing up for Jada. Like, that was where the person was like, why did he do it? And I'm like, because sometimes you feel like you have to do things even to that extreme because the person they're in your head. Like, it's abuse. It's fucking horrible. So I totally can see we have all seen Will Smith and Jada's fucking relationship and the way that she treats him. And she's had the fucking situationship and she had fucking, has gone live and recorded him, and he's like, "Why do you ask me a question and you go live? My social media is my bread and butter." So